Hi everybody, it's Diana with Stamping with Di. Welcome to my YouTube channel and this week's Mimeograph Monday with a Twist. And I'm going to be showing you, I'm going to be doing one of the kits that I showed last week. And this is the beautiful blues. And I know I had said that I would show this for my Mimeograph, I would do something for my Teach Me Tuesdays, and then I would show the other kit on my Di's shorts. But instead for my Di's shorts, I'm going to show you a few new things from an unboxing. And then I'll do the other kit next week. We have had no internet since Friday. So I am videotaping this video a little in advance. So today is Monday. What is this? Monday the 12th. And so I'm hoping that our internet is supposed to be back Sunday night, but it was supposed to be back Saturday night. So it's not good. But anyway, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you this fun kit. So I will be doing the 3 cards like it said, and then I will do a twist. So if you are new to my channel, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. My name is Diana, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I'm in Santan Valley, Arizona. Excuse me. Gosh, the guys just took me to Dairy Queen, so I'm like, all that chocolate ice cream in my throat. Anyway, so that's what I'm going to show. I'm going to do that really fun kit. So if you are new, I am during today's video. The rest of the videos this week, I don't know if I will be in the chat room with you, but usually I am. So today I will be. So head on over to the chat room. And if you're watching the video premiere, if you're watching a replay, and you have a question or a comment, leave it below. YouTube will let me know, and then I can reach out to you. All right, so let's get started. So close your eyes for a second while I get my camera adjusted. Okay, before I get to this kit, oh, and look at my fun fingernails. So it took me forever to do them. I usually don't do stuff like this, but anyways, but it was this one. I tried to get that little thing on there, that little Mickey head. Oh my gosh, it took me, I kept wiping it off. So it is what it is. It was free, so I can't complain when I do my own nails. All right. So one thing I want to show you, and these are the new, oh my gosh, new journaling pens. Yeah, journaling pens. So I just got these, so I wanted to try them out. So let's see here. They are 0.4. So they are a fine tip. Ooh. These are nice. These are nice. All right. So yeah, 3-pack. So these are in the new catalog. It's very, very cool. All right. So I just want to show you those because I forgot to show you before. All right. So let's see here. So we have, this is the beautiful blues kit, and I did show you this last week in my unboxing. So it does come with some bling, so I want that bling. Let's get the bling out. All right, and it comes with a block and a tear tape. All right, and a stamp set. All right, and then these gorgeous envelopes. Oh my gosh, they are so pretty. So we have our envelopes. Like I said, I'm going to do one each like you're supposed to. And then I'll do a twist. So we've got chipboard. So I got these kind of in order the other day when I did the unboxing. All right, so we want You're in My Thoughts. Now, I'm just using the blocks that I have on hand because I just hang on to those other ones that come with the kits. In fact, it's funny, I have a couple of those under my laptop because they kind of give it a little bit of space for air to go under it, so they're not just for stamping. But usually I just kind of have them off to the side. And if anyone is new to stamping and they don't have a block, then I'm like, well, here's a block. All right, so we have You're in My Thoughts and Wishing You Comfort. So this is a real nice one if you have, Get Well or sympathy card. That's what this is geared at. What does this one say? Sending love. Okay. All right. And then you have this little piece of paper that you can, so you can keep this, with the kit. So you would just put this with the stamp and just put it in an empty case, and then you have it so you know what goes with it, and it's super fun. All right, so let's see here. So now it does come with also the Night of Navy spot, but you know me, I just use my Big Mama pad. All right, so let's do the first card. So it's this one here. Gorgeous, gorgeous. And we are going to stamp on, we have these. So, hang on a minute. All right, so that's a smaller one. Okay, so we want You're in My Thoughts. Now, this is a new stamp. I'm going to get my grid sheet. So you can either, and it is photopolymer, so what you can do, you can stamp it in the Versamark, which will kind of, it kind of gets the photopolymer stamp ready to accept that ink. And I'm just going to try it first. See, I think I'm not going to have any issues because I did just ink up my pad. So I think I'm going to be fine. Right. So I'm just going to give them a test. Because sometimes the photopolymer, excuse me with my phone. Sometimes with the photopolymer, there's a little, what it's made. I'm going to turn my phone down. When it's made, it gives it almost has a little bit of film or whatever. So sometimes it won't accept the ink right away. So that's why you want to test it. If you have issues, stamp it on the Versamark first, then kind of just stamp the Versamark off on your scrap, and then it should accept the ink. All right, so let's go back to the card. Sorry about that. I got I went squirrel and something else. All right, so we've got You're in My Thoughts. And then this paper dries a little bit different, so I'm going to stamp all of them just so that it has time to dry. Okay, Wishing You Comfort goes on that one. I love this font, is so pretty. I wish my handwriting was pretty like that. My handwriting gets worse and worse the older I get. All right, and then the smaller one is the Sending Love. And in this way, I've got all of these stamped. And I love that when they mix printing and writing. All right. Let's see what we're doing here. Is that just going on the inside of the card? I think this is just stamping on the inside of the card. Okay, that's easy. I don't think they've ever had a stamp on the inside of a card before. Okay. And then we have some things to pop out. So we have this blue. Let me do a whole bunch of them here. All right. So we've got this blue. As I say that, maybe I will just do one. So I want this blue, and it's perforated, so you just kind of want to be careful when you're pulling it out. And then it's got that square there, which they do a lot with the kits, and I love that. It gives it a nice solid place to adhere your greeting to. All right, so that should be dry. To find out, I'm just going to lay it down, and I'm just going to give it a rub. And then if nothing comes on there, you know it's dry. All right, so we want this. And they're using tear tape, but that's just because it's easy for them to pack that. And they can do a small thing of tear tape so that the kit is all inclusive. But I'm just going to use seal. I'm not going to use my tear tape. I just dropped. Okay, so we want on here our greeting. It's gonna go. I'm gonna bring my camera down a little bit. All right, so this is just gonna go right on there, like that. Okay, and then it's gonna have dimensionals. So this kit came with those dimensionals, which I have stuck somewhere. So let's just get to my drawer. And I'll use my own, thank you very much. I will find the ones that came from the kit later. All right. So this is gonna be fun to do a twist for sure. All right. So we have You Are My Thoughts, and then that's just going to go right here. And I'm just kind of looking how this is so I can kind of keep it straight. Okay. And then our little blingy blings are just kind of plopped around the card. Look how pretty these are. So we want 3. And they're just kind of 1, 2, and 3. I don't know if those are where they're supposed to be, but so look, very fun and really, really quick. It would be even quicker if I wasn't gabbing. So that one was fun. And then it has its envelope. So gorgeous. Okay. So then we have 2 more, but remember I'm going to do twist, so let's go to the next card. So the next one is this one here. And this is on both sides. Okay. This is the one that says, wishing you comfort. And this time it uses, excuse my arm, this time it uses the white one. Okay, so again, just be gentle. But it looks like you're putting it on like we did the other one. So I'm just going to put some seal. And then you can see, like, you can decide, it might be hard to see here, but because this is like laser cut, I believe, so you can almost see like, almost like a tiny little burn edge on it from where it cuts, and then the other side is more white. So it's up to you. Sometimes I like that little burn edge, so I'm gonna have that burn edge showing, because then it gives you almost like a shadow, because it just gives you kind of like a shadow around there. All right, and then this is going to go on with dimensionals too. Okay. I don't need this grid sheet anymore. All right. Now this one is down on this side. So again, I'm just looking at this edge with that edge, and then sometimes it helps me keep things straight, especially when there's a lot of stuff going on in the card. Sometimes it can make your eye not see properly. All right, and then we have 3 again. So I'm just going to plop them around. 1, 2, and 3. So there's a second one. And then this one will have an envelope as well. Okay, and then the last card before we get to the twist is this one. This one looks like a sky almost. All right. And then this one is up and down. And then this one uses this right here. So it's already cut out for you. All right. And they have you using that tear tape along the edge. Okay, but I'm gonna just use my green tip glue. All right, so I'm just gonna use my green tip glue. I mean, I could use my seal, but it's kind of a skinny little border around it, so I can have a little bit more control with my green tip. Okay. And that just gets put on. Like that. And then we need to go to those pop-out things again. And now we want this one. So again, just take your time getting that out of there. And then it goes like this. And it is put on with dimensionals. So it's cool. You can see that, that texture and all that swirly stuff through this. It almost makes it look like you're looking in the, like it's dusk almost. Okay. And then this just kind of angles a little bit. And then we want the sending love. And sending love is just glued on there directly. But I might be a rebel and put a couple dimensionals on the back. Okay. And then that's just gonna go on there. Cute. And 3 more blings again. So 1, 2, and I'm going to put one there. So there's the 3rd card. All right, so I can hardly wait to do the twist. Okay, for my twist or twists, because I'm going to do a few cards. I just went over to my paper cutter. I pulled out some different colors, cardstock, DSP. So we're going to have fun. So I haven't made any of these. I've just made them in my head. All right, so the first one is going to be kind of simple. And this is just real red, because I thought, oh, real red might look cool, because Night of Navy and white, so it's just going to be kind of like a red, a white, and a blue card. So I simply cut this first card down. So I'm just using the front of the card as a panel. And I thought, how simple would it be to simply stamp right on the card? So I'm going to take my real red pad, and let me get a little piece of paper, make sure I've got it good and inked. Okay, that looks good. All right, so I'm just going to stamp that right on the card on the bottom. And that's as simple as that card is. Now I'm going to stick it on the card base, and we could put bling on there if we wanted. And I'm going backwards. I'm putting my glue here just so I can give that a little bit of time to dry. All right. But that's pretty cool. So I'm not even going to put any bling on this one. This one is just going to be a nice, simple card. All right, and then let's do another one. All right, so I also did another with red. So what did I pull for that one? Okay, so this is going to be red as well. Because like I said, I haven't made them. I just was like, well, this might work, this might work. All right. So this is going to be kind of similar, but we're going to put the greeting on here. And so I'm going to do it in red again. And that will emphasize that red cardstock. Okay, let that dry. I think I'm done with my red pad for now. So I usually try to close them when I'm done with them, or you get your elbow in it and everything else. All right, so let's put this on the card. Okay, and then we can decide if we want it this way. So it'll be kind of up here. Like that. Which I kind of like, because then you can see all of this flower back here. And then it's a little bit different than the original one where we put it down on the bottom. So I think that's how I'm going to do this one. Excuse me. All right. So you're in my thoughts. And dimensionals again. So just that little pop of red looks very cool, doesn't it? All right, so you're in my thoughts. So I'm going to bring it up like that, and then it overhangs a little bit there, so it looks so cool. But there's that one again. I didn't put any bling on this one. I do have this many blings left, so I think I might just wait till the end of all my twists before I decide on what bling. All right, what else do I have over here? So I also did one with basic white. So this is just a basic white card. And then I trimmed this one down. So this is the one that had this design on the back and the front. So I thought this was perfect to trim down. And we're just going to put this right on the card. And then I'm going to pick this white. And I'm going to go back to the Night of Navy. And stamp the Wishing You Comfort. Okay. And then this time, it goes on, I'm trying to see my original. So that one had the white as well. And I'm going to flip it over so I have that back side. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to add a little color. So I'm going to take my lemon lime, and let's see if we add a little color to this. So let me get just a little card to stick underneath there. I don't know if this will work or not, but we're going to try. All right, so let's put a little bit of color on these. So I'm doing it on this side. If it doesn't work, I'll flip it over if I don't like it. Let's see. And this is a leaf, because that greeting will cover some of these, so. So I'm not going to add a lot. And maybe over here. So I'm just using, this is just lemon lime. And we'll see what it looks like. Might not like it. Might not like it at all. All right, so let's see here. Oh, it went through, so we're going to have to like it. All right, so let's see. We put that on there. And I'm actually going to bring it down here, I think. And put that on there. So it actually looks kind of cool. adding a little bit of color. So I think I'm going to finish it up. So we're going to do some green on those. And then I loved that red on there, on that other one. So I might add some red. So I'm just trying to make those be kind of like leaves. They might not really be leaves, but they're leaves in my book. And then we'll just add some little red flowers. I think that would be kind of fun. Because, I mean, you have to be gentle because it's pretty delicate. Like, I don't think I'd use like a blending brush because I think it would be too strong. I'm just going to add a little green because you're not going to see that. I think it would maybe bend it. So I think I would stick with the blends or a Stampin' Up marker, you know, might be cool too. All right, so I'm just going to do my light red. And just be kind of gentle because you can see that it bends just a little bit. So it's just going to have a little bit of color just to change it out a little bit. And I didn't do light or dark or any of that. All right, so let's bring it over to here and see what that looks like. So it kind of looks cool. So now that I have all the color, I want to move it up here so you see it against the dark. And you could even, I think you could even add color to this. I think that would look cool too. Yeah, I like that. All right, so let me put my seal on here. And there. Because this, I might have used the wrong size because I'm covering a lot of it, Diana. But not a big deal. You know what you do? You snip it off because no one's going to see it. We're just going to snip and add a little seal here. And stick it here. So now it's longer. Now you'll be able to see it. All right. No one's going to know what's behind there. It's like the magic curtain, right? Nobody knows what's behind the magic curtain. All right. So let's stick this on the card. Maybe I'll come down here, Tad. I do like that pop of color. We'll put a little bit of bling. Don't you think that looks really cute with that little bit of color there? All right, 1, 2, and 3. So I think that looks kind of cool. All right, so there's that one. What else do I have over here in my stack? All right, so this time I picked, this is Floral Delight DSP. Now, our internet is still down, so I am hoping you can still get this. Because usually I go to my website and I punch in a code and I see if something's current, but I think it is. All right, so I'm going to glue, but I liked that little bit of that yellow gingham back there. I think it really emphasizes these cutout flowers more than this. So I thought it'd be fun to put a little bit of yellow. And you could even do it like this, right? You could even turn it this way and have it be white. All right, so let's do our green tip glue again. Now you could even pop this up and that would look cool because then you'd have all of that dimension, you know, back there. All right, and then this is just going to glue right to that edge like that. Okay, and then I put it right on that card, so I didn't do anything different with that card. Okay, and then that goes on there. So fun. And then we can decide. So I think I'm going to still put this here. I think I'm still going to put that on there. Yeah. And then our sending love. Let's see, where's my scrap? Make sure that doesn't have any more red on it. Okay, so sending love. Let that dry. Let's bring this over. Get our dimensionals. And you could add color to this one too if you wanted, because it's half colored. See, so you could add some color to those, you know, white pieces. All right, so that's just gonna go down here. And then our sending love, I'll just put on a green tip. How's that? So sending love. And again, I'm going to wait. I put bling on that one I just did, but I'm going to wait till the end. All right, so there's that one. All right, let's see what else I got. How many more do I have? I have a couple more. All right, so I did that same designer series paper. That floral, what did I say it was? Floral, 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 floral delight. All right, so this time I did a basic white, thick. So these are fast if you just cut a bunch of paper and just wing it, right? All right. But I'm gonna put, so I trimmed this a little smaller this time. And I'm going to put this under here so you see that little bit of that plaid yellow sticking underneath. So it kind of makes me feel like a picnic. You know, you have your plaid picnic cloth that you're sitting on, or maybe you have it on the table. But that's what it kind of reminds me of. I love plaid and gingham and stuff like that. All right, so we'll stick this on here. And then we have, so we have this in the blue, or we have it in the white. And I think I'm gonna leave it on the white because I think the blue gets lost. So I'm gonna flip it over and we're gonna do the white. I'm going to stamp my wishing you comfort. And I could, you know, pull out some other greetings and put birthday and stuff like that, but I'm just sticking with the greeting in this kit. All right. You could also, this is that smaller one, and that looks cool on there too, because then you see more of the flowers, where this one hides it. Let me get this out of there. This one kind of hides it more. So now I think I'm going to do sending love, because I had these extra little guys out, so I'm just going to change that up and do Sending Love instead. And then we'll see more of this. All right, so let's get my dimensionals. Okay. And let's put it there. And then check my green tip glue. Just put a little there. And then I can plop my Sending Love on it. And this works perfect for this one. That one looks cool, right? And then you can really see all that flower. All right, so that looks good. Let's see what else I got in my pile over here. All right, now I also have a yellow, hang on a minute, excuse my arm. So I also did daffodil cardstock. So I was going to do daffodil with the Floral Delight, but it was too much yellow. You really didn't see a lot of the gingham. So then I switched to the basic white, because originally I was going to put these two together, and this just got lost. So I put it on the white so you could see it more. All right, so I already had my daffodil cut, so I'm like, fine. I'm just going to use daffodil with the blue, and it looks so good together. So that's what we're going to do. So I'm just going to put this on there, and I think I have one more after this. All right, so we're going to put this on there. So I got quite a few cards out of this kit, just playing around with it. They're standard size cards, so our regular envelopes will fit, because obviously when I'm making more cards, I won't have enough envelopes that go with that kit. But that's not a big deal. I'll just pull, you know, some basic white ones from my stash, and I won't worry about it. All right, so we have this white again, and I'm just gonna put my greeting on there. Does this one fit on this skinny one? No, it does not. So I need to wash this one because I did it in red before. So I don't want to do yellow because I don't think you'll see it. So I'm just going to go, you're in my thoughts. But I'm wondering if I should add a little yellow to my card. There we go, you're in my thoughts. I wonder if I should add a little yellow to my card. But before I mess my card up, I have over here, this is part of what I cut off the card. So that's going to be my tester. All right, so I'm just going to grab daffodil. Actually, I'm going to grab lemon lolly because it's going to be a little softer yellow. So let's see what this looks like. So this is just going to be my tester to see if it works. So let's see. So this is lemon. So that looks kind of good. So I'm just going to bring it over there. Let me see the daffodil. Let's see daffodil. And as this dries, it will soften up. So now I'm thinking I might do daffodil. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to color. How bad is my daffodil big one? Oh, you can tell I've been doing a lot of flicking with that one. So that isn't a good one. Here we go. So this is just a light daffodil. So I'm just going to put a little light daffodil on these flowers. And I'm just trying to just stay in the white area so I don't go into the blue. So I'm just putting a little bit of color, and this will soak in and look so cute, I think. Just so it has just a little bit of yellow on there. Now, of course, it's not really showing up very well on the camera. All right, let me do light lemon twist on the leaves. So I'm just putting it here and there. I'm still leaving some white. I'm not going to totally color in the thing because I still love that white look, but I just want a little color just kind of here and there. It's almost like the paint has over time kind of gone away. All right, so let's see if you can see that. Let's see, let me turn my light. The other day I turned my light off and it seemed to help. Hold on a second. So that helps a little bit. So you can kind of see that yellow in there. Now, of course, lemon lime and yellow looks kind of similar on the camera, but that kind of looks cool, adding that little bit of color to that card. All right. And then let me bring this over. And I might not use that. I might just put this, because now that I've added that color, I hate to put that and cover it up because it looks so cool. So I think I'm just going to stick it on the card like that. And again, I won't put any bling yet till I get all my cards done. So this time I'm going to put it down on the left. Usually I'm right-handed, so it seems like I always put things on the right, but I'm going to put it on the left. All right, but I love that little bit of color on there. Looks like faded paint. All right, and it looks like it was part of the card originally. All right, so here's the last one, and then we can decide what we want to do bling-wise. All right, so now I picked Wildflower Birthday. So I have a basic white thick as my card base. And since I had so much fun with the checkered paper before, I was like, oh, I want that checkered paper again. So this time I picked this one with the pinks because I thought it looked so cool with that blue behind there. So that's what we're going to do. So we'll put these two together. And then I picked some flowers from that Wildflower Birthday. So this is the wall. I just put it in this thing. When I start not ripping, but cutting, I always go in a sleeve. So I have these, all I know are just pieces. So I just pulled from that ephemera pack that comes with the Wildflower Birthday. And I just kind of found some flowers. All right, and then this is gonna go here. And to emphasize, I have that pretty pink check in the background. I wanted to pick a pink flower, so I picked this pink flower, some leaves, and I just loved the look of that blue. All right, so now we just have to decide my greeting. All right, so let's see here. I already stamped that one. Let me stamp this one, and then we can figure out which size I'm going to do. I'm just looking for my stamp. Here it is. All right, so you're in my thoughts. All right, oop, get off there. So you're in my thoughts. All right, so that needs to dry. All right, so let's see. Now I have this left over, but I don't think I want to because I have all of these flowers. We'll see. All right, So we have, if I do that, because that might look cool. All right, so we have the You're in My Thoughts. We have the cute little pink flower with the leaf, the other leaf, and then we have the nice little blue flower. So I want to put those all together. So that makes me think that this is too small. So I'm going to do the Wishing You Comfort, because now I have more white areas around this tag so that the flower can overlap the tag. All right, so let's glue to here, because I think I am going to do the white. So I think I'm going to flip it. Okay, and I'm going to put this on with dimensional so it pops up, so that white is higher than this card. And I hope it works, because like I said, I haven't done any of these. These are all just like, oh, this might look good. This might look good. All right, so let's put this over here. And again, I'm looking at this edge and this edge to hope that it's straight. So that looks cool with the white, and it would be beautiful as it is. But I loved adding this little pop of pink to the card. And I kind of like those white little things in there. All right, so let's see here. I'm going to put this flower on, and I'm going to have it go over top of those letters, because you can tell what it still says. It's not like I'm covering them enough that you don't know what those words are. All right, so let's stick that on there. And then I'm bringing this flower right there, so you can still see it says Wishing You Comfort. All right, and then I can stick, see, I can stick that little leaf in there with, what do I want to stick it with? A little green tip glue, maybe? Just put it in there like that, so I can still see that white there. All right. And then maybe like that. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. So put our little leaf, little glue in there, a little dabble do ya. Okay. And then, what do you think about that? Where do I stick it? Oh, I kind of like it there. All right, so I'm going to stick it so it looks like it's coming out from underneath here. So this is why I only put one dimensional on that pink one, so I can fiddle fart with this flower. There we go. That looks so cool. Now, visually, I really want another leaf. I really want another leaf. Oh my gosh, Diana, do you think I'll find another leaf in my stash? I might have to pop another one out. See, I just have all of these flowers in here. And I just went, oh, there's a leaf, there's a leaf, oh, there's a leaf. So I might have to go and get a leaf. Oh, look what I found. A little baby leaf. Come on, baby leaf. Don't be stubborn. Don't be stubborn. Oh, I found a bigger one. Never mind. Never mind. There it is. Okay. You're going, boy, is that how you work? What a mess. Okay, so we have this leaf, because I think it just needs a third leaf. right? Yeah, because see, that looks so much better with that third leaf. So I'm going to bring it up, I think like that. You can still see that white under there. Or I could put it like this. I might do that. Okay, I'm going to trim this so it's a little shorter. Yes, it's kind of like that. All right, so I'm going to put some glue and just stick this up underneath there. Oops, hang on a minute, Diana. It is being stubborn. There we go. There, because I still wanted to see that little white piece. But I kind of like the third leaf better than just 2 leaves. But anyways. All right, and then we can figure if we want bling. I have, you know, so much bling. So much bling. What do I have here on my desk? I even have bling on my desk. Look. All right, so let's just add a couple little blings. I'm actually going to get some festive pearls. Now, I don't think you can get festive pearls anymore, but I love these and I use them all the time. So I'm just going to use these. So these are in my stash because we've got gold here. So I'm going to use these gold, little gold blings, to emphasize the gold on the flower. Yes, and see? I think that looks so cool. And I love how that turned out with those flowers. All right, so there's that one. And then we have this one. So this one has yellow and lemon lime. So I'm just going to do bling from the kit on this one. 1, 2, and 3. So there's that twist. Then we have this one here. So this one, again, I'm just going to use this. I might even have yellow bling somewhere, but I love how that one turned out. All right, this one I'm not going to put any bling on because we've got, you know, all that gingham in the background, so I think it is busy enough. This one I already put bling on. We had fun, huh? All right, so here's one with red. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get these festive pearls because we also have red ones. So I'm going to pull from my red festive pearls. And then that's just going to emphasize the red cardstock and the red ink. Okay, so then I had another red one, so I'm going to do the same thing. One, 2, and 3. So again, very, very simple. What else do I have here? So I also have, so this was a regular card. All right, so yeah, so that's what we did today. So these are the regular catalog ones from the catalog. So these are the 3 from the catalog with their pretty, pretty envelope. So 1, 2, and 3. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. And then these are the ones I had fun with. So I have, and I'm just going to use as many envelopes till I run out, and then I'll just change to basic white. So here's one with red, and I do love that red, white, and blue. There's that one. Here's another red, white, and blue one. I love how that one turned out too. Then here's the one that I added a little bit of color to that back piece that the greeting stamps or gets mounted on, and I do like that pop of color on there. And I just use the bling that comes with that kit. Okay. Then here I added a little bit of yellow, so you can see that gingham back there, and I think it really emphasizes that cutout flower. So this one I'll use a basic white envelope with. Here's one using that same gingham, but using a basic white. Here is that one that I added the yellow, and I love how it turned out. I might add some more color to some of the other ones because it was easy to do, and it looks like it was on that card originally. And then here's the last one. Now I still have off to the side that I did not one card, and it's the one that has, it's this card. So I have one whole set from that I'll just make regular. But this might be my favorite. I don't know why. I think I just like the added, those added flowers there. But it is a pretty kit. And then this envelope will go with that other card that I still have to do. So, all right. So let me say, see you later, alligator. But what a fun kit, right? And the greetings are so nice, and it's nice to kind of make those cards, you know, those thinking of you cards, you know, kind of sympathy cards, before you need them. I mean, that's just me, because when you're sitting down to make a sympathy card, you kind of already want to have that one made. So this is a perfect stamp set. These are perfect cards for that. But at the same time, they are perfect to put any greeting on, right? Like these would be great birthday cards, even wedding cards. So it is a really fun set. All right, so I'm going to stop blabbing. I will see you tomorrow for my Teach Me Tuesdays. That will be episode I don't remember, and that will be 3 o'clock Arizona time, same channel. Now remember, I might not be in the chat room because we will be either on our way to Florida or will we already be in Florida? I don't know because of the time difference. So I can't promise I will be on the chat, but I'll try if I can. Otherwise, still go there, still chat amongst yourselves. And if you need anything while I'm gone, I will have my cell phone. So, you know, you can holler at me if it's emergency, right? Like, because we're on vacation. But anyway, so hopefully, you know, by the time we get back from vacation, the internet will be all better. I'm looking at my computer and it's still no internet on the screen. Oh, and it's supposed to be done in 2 hours today, even though it was supposed to be done yesterday. All right, so I'm going to stop blabbing. I will see you tomorrow, and have a good night. All right, bye for now.